game. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. It's your boy, Dolly, and PJ.
I let you in, but in one condition. No one here will ever tell us so. I feel God in this messy catacombs. Follow my lead long down this hole. The smoke down here will sting and burn, so cover up your eyes. Sooner than you know, we'll rise. Baby, I just wanna take you home. So lose the grip and naked on your own. Yeah, she's got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not that vagrant kind. In this hellhole I've been stuck, but I feel something I never felt before. I can't stop this craving. If you tried it once, you want it even more. The smoke down here will sting and burn, so cover up your eyes. Sooner than you know, we'll rise. Baby, I just wanna take you home. So lose the grip and naked on your own. Yeah, she's got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not that favorite I just wanna take you home. So you still grip and naked on your own. Lady, you've got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not the vagrant kind. Baby, I just wanna take you home. So lose the grip and naked on your own. She's got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not that vagrant kind. Not that vagrant kind. Yeah.
What is up, Turtle Gang? It is your boy Dolly and the lovely PJ and Lolo along with me tonight. Of course, we're going to be talking some true crime. We're getting it in tonight. But first, what should they do, PJ?
Hit the like.
That is right. You're supposed to hit the like button when you come in. There's like 300 of you jumped in the room so fast. It is absolutely good to see you guys. Now, PJ, I know you don't want to start off with the Summer Wells stuff. You want to start off with the other story, but I know now Dolly cannot say this man's name. I'm not even going to attempt it, but he is accused of some horrible things. How do you say his name? Can you say it?
Negasi Zuberi.
Negasi Zuberi.
Zuberi. He went by a couple different aliases. He actually had a handful of aliases, but I didn't write those down. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on.
One of them was like Justin something, so that might have been easier for you to say.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to show this man's picture so that way everybody knows who we are discussing today. Well, tonight, this evening. This is the man we are discussing. Say his name one more time because I done forgot it already.
Negasi Zuberi.
Okay, Negasi Zuberi. I'm gonna murder that this whole show.
I know. Well, it's a hard name. It's Negasi Zuberi.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about what Negasi, the man Negasi, has done. I know it's horrible. Trigger warning.
he's actually, the more that they collect on this guy, he's actually being connected to 10 states that he's lived in recently. And so they are actually, it's an FBI site listing for him for anybody that may be a victim of his. They're trying to collect more information. So far, he's got 4 alleged SA cases.
Uh-huh.
So he's a serial SAer.
So he's not a killer, but he likes to.
Not that they know of yet.
Okay. So is he one that's breaking into homes and doing it, or is he catching people when they're out and about, or is it a little bit of all of it?
It seems like he's collecting street workers.
Oh, okay. So this is another case of don't be out there on the street selling your butt crack, because there's crazies that come out at night.
Well, the victim that was able to escape was picked up in Washington State, and he drove her to Oregon. So they're just driving along 8 hours later, and he has her put on a sweatshirt over her eyes to cover her face, walks her into the basement, and says I think he had already said that he was an undercover cop. He was putting her under arrest. So they drive 8 hours, has her put on basically a blindfold, walks her into this makeshift cell in his basement, cylinder block walls, and that's how that lady was captured. But she actually punched her way through that wall somehow. I'm not even sure how somebody can do that, but that is amazing.
There's different types of cinder block too. There's some cinder block that is solid, okay, and then there's some cinder block that is hollow, and it's a thin block, right, and then it's a little center divider, then another little thin block. So the inside of that is actually hollow, so it's not really that thick. I've seen people in martial arts break, cinder blocks with their hands and things like that. Now the solid ones, you ain't punching through no solid cinder block. Okay, you just ain't doing that. And here's a quick question for the chat and for the replay gang that watches this video afterwards. How many people, let's just say in this country, do you think right now are locked in basements that have been kidnapped? What do you think?
Lord.
Do you think there's a lot of people that are like locked up in basements right now? And we just don't know, like they're trapped there and nobody knows, but they're like, because a lot of people
come up with the most random questions.
I know, look, because a lot of people, when we go into the Summer Wells stuff in a minute, there's a lot of people that seem to think somebody kidnapped her and they're taking care of her. She's in a basement somewhere, or a dungeon or whatever. And I know we talked about this guy the other night because I remember talking about the real estate agent that sold the house. Like this house comes with a jail cell or a dungeon. I think right then, like if you start asking your realtor, hey, I need a house with, a dungeon. If you ain't married, there's something wrong with you.
That's the thing. His little area in the basement, they're calling her the ex-wife, but I don't think that she's officially with or without the guy. I don't know that she's filed for divorce officially, but she was with the man while all this was occurring, and she basically made it sound like it was a phony story being told that was just him expanding his basement. But the case and digging into him and doing the research and finding all the evidence, they've been able to they found his actual writings of this room, and he's got things written down like how to put these cinder blocks in and make it to where you can't escape. And it's just all written out like in a manifesto.
Yeah.
And this lady, I believe,
he was
also
a
victim.
He in one prison cell. He wanted a couple more. He was probably gonna go out and kidnap some more people.
Yeah.
Just like that one dude. Remember, I forget what it was. Remember the guy came out and said, I ate ribs with that dude. But remember, he had girls chained in the house to the bed with dog chains, like pit bull chains around their necks with locks. And he had them locked in the house. There's some crazy people out there. That's
warning.
Yeah. And I would hate to end up in a situation like that. Imagine you just going to, you run into the store. Next thing you know, somebody throws a mask over your head, snatches you into a van. Next thing you wake up in a basement somewhere. That would be the scariest feeling in the whole entire world, especially being captive for so long. Because some of them girls had been held captive for so long, and that dude had got away with it. The one in the house, that I was like, damn, like nobody. But if you keep to yourself and don't have people at your house, nobody really knows what's in your house, So you could have the whole thing set up like a prison camp.
You actually said real estate, that the agent that sold him the house, he was the type that he actually rented and subleased out his property. Somebody even said he had part of his loft area with beds up there that he was renting out. So it's not like people weren't coming in and out of the property. I don't really understand how he was planning to hide this little cell in his garage. It just seems insane. But
So they're tying him to 10 different states in the country.
Right.
And
He's moved around a lot.
So they suspected him of committing these same similar crimes
in 4 occasions. He's the suspect in 4 so far.
Okay, the suspect in 4.
I believe that picture is the one where he's a little bit younger. He's 29. His current mugshot, the second picture that I sent you, he's a little more scraggly looking. He actually looks somewhat normal in this one. The one before this, or the one that's current, he looks more kind of strung out.
Yeah.
More scary in the other picture.
Yeah, that's the one I saved though. I didn't save the other one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have told you that. But
okay.
he was also on Judge Judy.
Oh, he was on Judge Judy. That says right there. Yeah, you gotta, these people that do the big R, these are some of the most dangerous people, and like that's the stepping stone to becoming, I think, a serial killer. Like that is the first step, and then it just escalates and escalates to eventually he rapes and kills one of these women, So thankfully,
somebody said
even though
compared to Gacy with his mannerisms. Someone in chat said it, but I read that also when I was reading up on taking my notes.
Well, Gacy wasn't so big on imprisoning people. I think my honest opinion on John Wayne Gacy, and I've always thought this for a while, I think he was ashamed of being gay. Okay. In the time that John Wayne Gacy came, it was real frowned upon to be a gay man. And John Wayne Gacy was clearly gay. Okay. There's no doubt he liked young boys. And once he had, I believe, relations with it, he didn't want that to get out. So he would kill these young men. He wouldn't hold them captive. He would kill them. And some of them he made dig their own graves. He hired them, got them over there. And he would do 2 things. He would make them, he'd get them in a room and he'd put on some porno and homosexual porno. And then he'd hit you in the back of the head with a hammer. John Wayne Gacy was a sexual predator. And I think, like I said, he was ashamed of it, of his sexuality. And I think that led him to, that shame, not wanting to get out. And he was a psycho. It led to the killings, and even he denied being gay through all of it. But then when he got to prison, a lot of people don't know this, is John Wayne Gacy, there was a videotape that leaked to Gacy when he was in a cell and he had stacks of money. I mean, just money, piles of money. He had a plate of cocaine like damn Charlie Sheen, Tiger Blood.
In prison?
Yes. Look, they fired the warden. They fired all the guards. Also, he had a transgender person in the cell with him. Okay. This video leaks from the prison. And because I don't think they were going to execute John Wayne Gacy. He was going to sit on death row like everybody else because he's rich, right? Because he's made money off of his crimes. And so, because they changed the laws behind Gacy and Charles Manson making money. They actually created laws so they were making money off paintings, off art, they were making bank. So they were paying off the prison guards. So all the guards at that time were corrupt, and Manson and Gacy and all these killers, they were doing book deals, movie deals, selling shit, and they were just paying off the guards and doing whatever they wanted, living good in prison. When that video leaked, shortly after that, they executed John Wayne Gacy. Yeah. But I think if that video hadn't leaked, he probably wouldn't have got executed. He would have sat on death row. Yeah. So his crimes, locking people up, I don't see the similarity in Gacy in it. Because Gacy, he would have killed your ass.
How many serial killers had that MO of pretending to be a police officer? I think that's a common trait.
Ted Bundy.
Yep.
He portrayed himself as a police officer. That's a scary thing because so many things can be fake these days. You can buy badges, you can fake IDs, and it's scary. Anytime you're dealing with the police and you don't think it's the police, it's best to call the police and let
Yep.
the police know that you are being confronted by somebody you're not sure is a police officer, and they will let you know if that is a police officer. So yeah, that's scary. Like when women are out driving at night and a car pulls them over and it ain't really the police. That's a serious crime, because I've watched this guy. He got pulled over and he had some things in his car you shouldn't have, like duct tape, like a mask, gloves, and he also had police lights on his car. So
Right.
if you start to add that up, you're like, okay, you ain't a cop. You got red and blues on your car. In your trunk, you got duct tapes, gloves, masks,
Oh boy.
shit like that. You were doing, but they didn't have nothing on them, but you're doing something wrong. That's enough right there. Hey, somebody needs to be watching you, bro, because you but that charge right there is a felony charge. It's acting like you're a police officer. So, and that's scary, because you get pulled over in the middle of nowhere at night. You better pray that's a cop behind you, because that's a scary thing.
I mean, to me, if you're not in a marked car that's visible, clearly stated police and looks legit, I'm calling 911.
Yeah, but there's so many unmarked cars now, especially when you're on the highway,
I know.
interstate.
I know. That's why I would, if I felt uncomfortable and like if I felt like something wasn't 100, I'm calling before I do anything. I'm just doing it. But that's from my training and whatnot. But it's crazy how often that actually does happen.
I know that. I was about to say that they arrest people all the damn time for impersonating law enforcement, all the time for it. Like, it ain't even something that's uncommon. I mean, it's a really common thing that people get arrested for, impersonating law enforcement. That's really scary.
I didn't realize how common it was. I seen an episode of that police show where Live PD. They actually had an episode on Live PD where they had pulled over somebody, and he had something like you were saying. He had stuff that kind of was just like, why do you have that? Why do you wear the lights for? Like,
Yeah, like it looks like you're about to go snatch a lady up or something, and kidnap her, or you're about to do something you ain't supposed to be doing. There's no reason you should have police lights on your car if you're not law enforcement. So,
well, see, that's the thing. Do you know in Virginia it's actually legal to have, as an EMT, they did a class where they told you can have 2 working lights just in case, and in case there's like when there's that shooting at the building 2, the guy shot all his coworkers. They had an active event, and as a working EMT, I went, and I could have literally put whatever lights, if I had lights, on the car to go to the scene. It's legal.
Yeah, but you were actual EMT. You know what I'm saying? And you're on route to
that's how easy it would be.
Mass shooting. I think there's gonna be a little bit, to that than just me putting some red and blue lights on my car so I can run red lights.
It just I'm just saying how easy it's possible to do. Like,
they sell them on Amazon, because they asked the dude where he got them. He said, I got them off Amazon. I'm like, why are they selling police lights on Amazon?
Yeah.
If you could buy the outfit, the badge, the gun, the light, how do I know you the police? You got the body cam, you can buy that too on Amazon.
You can. That's crazy.
You're like, are you a real cop or an Amazon cop? I'm confused here.
Amazon cop all day. They're going to tell you that too.
You in the neck and you wake up in jail, and you be like, oh damn, that was a real cop. Never go up to with the police.
You just said tase. That's what this this man creep used to get this lady to come with, is a taser.
Oh Lord, them tasers be hurting too.
I wouldn't know.
I felt a taser. I felt the taser. Right. Not from the police though. My buddy hit me with a taser one time, a long time ago. We were leaving the club, and he had a high powered ass taser too. It got me. I was in the back seat of the car, and this is a funny story. His wife was driving the car, and we were in a Z-Rock, right? So I was trapped.
What?
A Z-Rock, like a Camaro Z-Rock, IROC, whatever the hell it is.
What?
IROC Z or whatever. Okay, so I'm in this little ass car trapped in the back seat, and we had left a club watching the Deftones. Okay, we went and seen the Deftones.
Love the Deftones.
And we're leaving the Deftones, and he'd been drinking, and I'm in the back seat of the car, and his wife is driving, and he got his taser and he tries to spin around to tase me with the taser, and he accidentally tases his wife while she's driving the car. Okay, but we were still in the parking lot. But next thing you know, they're fighting. She's trying to claw his face off, right? No lie. Because she's got tased. So she's like, ah, right? And he's still trying to tase me. I'm kicking, trying not to get tased. And he gets me right in the foot. That damn taser shot through my whole body. I mean, yeah, I've been tased. Right in the foot.
What's the difference between that and that thing my dad got me that's in the trailer?
Oh, it was bigger, a lot bigger, more powerful.
That's not a taser, though, I didn't think. I think that's something different, right?
No, that's a taser.
Oh.
It's just a small one.
Stun gun.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
That one's just a small one. Yeah, that's just a small version of the big one that I got shot with.
Checking.
And the lady driver got hit with it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's not safe.
But we were barely moving. He we had just got in the car.
Yeah,
he went to pull off, and he turned around to tase me. And when he did, that car is small, and he hit her. Got her good. Got her really good.
That's terrible.
I mean, it knocked her out. It lit her up. It lit her up for sure. Don't get tased.
She was a DD. She was driving y'all around.
Yeah.
Y'all were. Yeah. I would have made you sleep outside. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he about got his eyeballs clawed out. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
They've been married. They have been married for like 30 years, so they fought the whole way back. You know what I'm saying? They fought the whole way back.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was. Other than the getting tased part at the end of it.
I'm trying to pick up where I was at, but yeah, no, so the FBI are trying to collect more information on this man and trying to make sure that they gather all of the victims that he left in his path. And apparently he had been in all of these states. He had lived in them in this short period of time. And so they have really, really high reason to believe that he had victims throughout all these states. Is there any
word what he did for a living?
He was a real estate person. He was renting properties.
Oh.
And, when they had the press
when I see this guy, there's nothing about him to me. I hate to go Steve Harvey right here, but there's nothing about him to me that says anything to do with real estate. Okay. When I see him, I don't see real estate. All right.
I don't think that it was that kind of real estate. I think he was putting and this is just my speculation, my opinion of what I possibly may translate from the situation. I think he was the type that put in Craigslist ads for a room for rent.
Okay. All right. So he had a place and he was just renting it out like boarding rooms. Okay. I got you. So he wasn't like no big willer diller.
No.
Okay.
And the reason that I said it like I did with the real estate is because that was the general term of what they said that he did. When they asked the lady at the press conference what his occupation was, she said, I'm going to let you guys figure it out. Like they were the sleuths and she was letting them figure it out. It was weird. She wouldn't say what his official occupation was.
I remember I told this lawyer one time, he said, well, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a YouTuber. He said, what's that? And can you afford to pay me my money? That's what he literally said to me. He said, what's that? What's a YouTuber? He had no clue what a YouTuber was.
He was old, right? I mean.
Yeah, but the powerful lawyers are the old ones.
Yeah, I know. So,
you know what I'm saying? But that's what he looked.
He just didn't know.
He said, what's a YouTuber? He's like, can you pay me my money? I was like, yeah. He didn't worry about what a YouTuber was then.
Of course he didn't.
So
yeah,
real estate, and he was just small time real estate. And while he was doing that, he was raping women, basically.
Yeah. Trigger warning.
So did they have DNA evidence against him? They
didn't really say much of what the evidence is against him. They said that they were collecting evidence still, and they said it was really important to have all of the possible victims determined to be who they were because of the fact that he went to so many different states. He's just led such a trail that they
let me ask you this. If you're a victim of this guy, all right, right here, take a good look at him. I want you to press 1 in the chat. If you're a victim of Dolly, press 2. All right, same thing for the replay crew. Okay. If you're a victim of this guy, press 1. If you're a victim of Dolly and you ain't like this video yet, press 2. All right. And you better be liking it. You better be liking it. PJ gets mad at me when we don't got a lot of likes on the video.
I do, because all your drama streams get likes. We gotta
You
start. Do you want me to start yelling at you? I will.
No drama, no drama. I'm trying to keep.
I'm not.
I ain't got. I'm out of Advil. I'm out of Advil. Okay.
No, there's some in your floor.
All right. So that brings us to. We done with Mr. I can't say his name.
Negasi
Negasi.
Zuberi.
Okay. Negasi.
Like Benghazi with an N.
Well,
Negasi
you know what I think? They should take all these women that he hurt, okay, lock him in a room, handcuff him up, lock him in a room with them women, and let them do whatever they want to do. And if that's it, that should be the punishment.
Yeah.
Do you think he would come out that room?
No, probably not.
I don't think he would either. Women are mean and they never forget nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I think that would be the worst punishment. Just lock him in a room, handcuffed so he can't defend himself, and just put all the women hurt in the room.
That lady that managed to get away was basically a hero, because she probably saved a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah, and because if he was continuing been doing this over 10 states and all these years of doing it, he was going to continue to do it. Just like Rex was going to continue to kill prostitutes, just like Brian Kohlberger would have killed more people in them houses. You know, they don't stop. That's the thing about these monsters, is once they become a monster, they don't stop being a monster unless they're caught. And then still they go to prison and still monsters. They be killing people in prison.
It's almost like it's in their DNA.
Yeah. I know I wouldn't want to sleep next to none of these guys in a prison environment. Like, how could you sleep there in Kohlberger? What if he was your cellmate? You know, Brian Kohlberger. You'd be like, oh, hell no, I ain't never going to sleep. You like to stab people while they're sleeping too? I'd break the world record for never sleeping.
Will they actually put someone with him?
I'm sure when he gets to prison, he'll have a cellmate, you know, and just like everybody else, you know, they ain't
gonna be someone that killed more people than him, so they'll be.
Yeah, maybe. That's gonna be hard.
I'm naive. I can't even imagine. I can't even remotely imagine, but
yeah, that's scary though. You know, especially in that environment. You're sleeping around all these murderers. This dude likes to kill you in your sleep. So
I wouldn't want to be there, that's for sure.
All right. So I'm hearing some stuff about some damn summer whales today buzzing on the internet.
Oh, yeah. When all else is quiet, you can bet that Summer Whale story has some new information.
Because
I don't know how new it's going to be, but
it's the most dysfunctional case on the internet and in true crime and missing child history is the Summer Whales case.
It is. But see, we don't usually have people that are in the storyline participating with us on YouTube. So it's like more intriguing to participate, because we have Dawn again on Cher's channel.
Did you see the picture that came out of Don and Candace? That was
I did.
I don't have it saved, or I would show it.
We have to take pictures like that, babe. We have to.
I don't know
that picture.
We're gonna recreate that picture. That'd be a hard one to do. I mean,
that's gonna be our.
Damn sure what is that place? Photos, glamour shots or something. That damn sure wasn't taken by a photographer. I know that. These people do catch a lot of shit on the internet. But do they bring it upon themselves? That's the $1 million question.
Who shared that picture?
I mean,
Sharon loved. It was cute, but I don't know. I can't even. I'm so bad at.
The mullet has powers.
Okay.
I mean, you could tell that they're gonna. You know, I've always said that they were a ride or die couple. I mean, they're dysfunctional. You know, they on drugs and drinking, but I do generally think they love each other.
Yeah. I mean,
in a weird hillbilly backwood mullet rubbing kind of way.
Yes, stop.
But I mean, I think they legit, you know, or did they cover up a horrible crime? I think they did. You know, I ain't even gonna say crime. Did they cover up a horrible accident? I believe there's a possibility they did. And a lot of people say it's a crime because a lot of people believe it's neglect. Is the reason
it is
Samuel
neglect.
is not with us, you know?
And they had an active CPS investigation for neglect, and so I mean, clearly there was evidence and signs of neglect the entire time. God knows how long. So I mean, there was definitely neglect. We can't deny that. Out of the case, that's the only thing I'm almost 100% certain on is that there was neglect. My thing is that her being gone and them Don especially instantly telling everybody she's gone, don't bother looking. It's almost like he just like gave up and just basically said she was gone. By the end of that night, he was saying that she was gone, and the next day he was saying she was in a dungeon somewhere. He literally like
It's definitely not normal. I don't think, you know, their behavior. Now I know people say people handle grief and people handle things different ways, but their behavior is way out of normal. Okay. And I had to say, do you think they're two different people from drinking to sober to drinking?
They are. You forgot I was there with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like
people.
When you sit with them when they're sober, it's it's night and day. I just don't see them sober on YouTube much.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No. I see more of them drinking late at night on YouTube. But when we met with them, they were, I mean, they get, you know, I would say a poor family from the country, but don't seem bad, but you don't know people's monsters. People only show you what they want you to see, of course.
Well, yeah.
So they were probably showing us their best sides, you know?
Of course, but my issue was that there were people, they were showing us humanity. They were showing us that they do have feelings because up until that point, I had not seen Candace show any kind of emotion. She was like crying, and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my God, she can cry, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I said the same thing. I said the internet don't do it justice because, like I said, I seen so much emotion from Candace from being mad at me when I first got there, how she was looking at me all mean, to like lightening up to me, to joking with me, to starting to laugh, to you can touch the mullet. So I seen all that from her. I seen the humor side of her. I seen the angry side of her. I seen the sad side of her. And in that day, I seen more that seemed like they cared about Summer than I had ever seen on the internet.
They showed us all of her toys in the bin, and they showed us all the pictures they had of her and how their family did things together. And I always did feel like, you know, their family did a lot of stuff together.
I think that was a little bit of to prove me wrong, though. You know, even like Don said, I did go hunting for her. Here's the video of it. He was showing me the videos. Now, how much hunting did you do, and why ain't you continuing to hunt? Is my biggest question. It's like, look, my little girl was out there, or anybody's little girl. I'm still looking for their kid. You know what I'm saying? So why ain't he looking? Why ain't he putting search parties together? You know, as a father, these are the things I would want if my daughter was bones out there in the holler somewhere, I would want them bones. I'd want to bury them bones. I would want to lay my little girl to rest. I wouldn't stop until, you know, I don't even want to talk about that stuff. I'm not gonna would.
And exactly. And the only reason that you wouldn't be, in my opinion, is if you knew that your child was in your backyard and there's nothing you can do about it. She was gone. That's what I've said from day one.
Yeah.
And that to me has been it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they know something tragic has happened. And you know, and the option was this. What options they have? Report it, maybe get in trouble for neglect. Cover it up.
They were already in trouble for neglect because
they were already. Yep. So I'm just thinking something, you know, that heat is hot as shit. We were in the car when we got in the car today. It was a scorcher, PJ, and I was like,
my makeup melted off. I know.
I looked over at PJ and I said, "This right here is what I believe led to the death of Summer Wells." This is when we got in the car. When we first got there, it was hot as shit. I mean, it was cooking. And it really ain't even that hot outside, but in that car, the temperature raised 40 degrees, maybe hotter than outside. It was just like as soon as you stepped in the car, it's like sweating.
Yeah.
So, you know, that little girl rode around in that car. She sat in that car for hours while they ran into the store, while they went grocery shopping, and they never took her in anywhere. You know, and you think about that all day in that heat. as a little child, your body temperature rises 3 times faster. I learned that in the Samuel's case, right? That small children's bodies temperatures rise 3 times faster than an adult. And what you could take will kill a kid 3 times faster than it will kill you. So it don't really take much. Look at animals and things like that. You cannot leave your kids in the car for long periods of time without letting them come out, cool off, cool down, get their body temperature down, things of that nature. It don't even take.
Dumplin, send it. Dumplin's going to send you a clip. Candace, and I saw this earlier. Candace has been on the Farm Ladies channel with a pot on her head. I don't know what that's all about, but the first thing I thought of was them spaghetti monster cult people with the corianders on their head. I don't even want to know, but I guess she was screaming at something about something, and Dumplin said she was sending you the clip of it.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me jump over to my Facebook so I can grab the clip from Dumplin.
Thank you, Dumplin.
All right. So what was this stuff coming out about, something about Grandis and Don taking a secret trip? Did you hear anything about that?
Yes, it was actually debunked according to Don Wells, which again, I'm going to really go into how I feel, and I don't think he's credible, so who knows what really happened. But a lady named Kathy, where's her channel name? It was a lady named Kathy that has a channel that it was from the Wisconsin area. She claimed that she had seen Don and Grandis in Wisconsin shortly after the summer incident, and she claimed that they came there together for some reason, or they were there at the same time, and that Grandis wasn't actually in Illinois helping her family member, that she was in Wisconsin. I guess Dawn was on with Cher and said that that was baloney, and there's not really any more proof of that, so I don't know.
Okay. So it's just some rumors. Somebody said this, that.
Well, Grandis and Don don't really dig each other. So it was kind of strange to begin with to be said, because I don't see them traveling together. They don't really like each other. But that's what this Kathy person had said, and she was someone local out of the Wisconsin area.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up this video that Dumplin sent us. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Shut up. You shut up.
Make me, huh? Make me cut. Make me, bitch. Make me shut the fuck up.
Like, hold on.
Shut up.
Trigger warning, people. Trigger warning. What is? Okay, I don't know
what's happening.
I don't know. That was
there a video to this?
This is a video, but it's just images. Like, look, it's just.
Yeah. She's not wearing the pot.
There's nothing to see. It's just them cussing and going crazy, and this is only 13 seconds. So let's play it. Trigger warning on the language, guys. Okay. Hold on, let's go over here and play it. We back it up. All right, we're going to listen to it. I'm going to go back to this screen so they can't hear me with no copyright, though.
You're fine.
I don't know whose video it is, so we're just going to hear the audio from it.
It's Daisy's, I'm sure.
Daisy's, yeah, I see the cow, and I'm assuming, is this Candace she's talking to?
Yes.
Okay.
She had a pot on her head. That's why I wanted to see the video, but I guess she took that down.
Okay, she sent a second one.
Awesome.
Okay, Cam. Okay, all right, let's play this one.
Shut up. You shut up.
Make me, huh? Make me cut. Make me, bitch. Make me shut the fuck up.
You shut up.
Make me, bitch.
Shut up. You shut up.
Make me.
Okay, so I take it that Daisy and Candace are fighting now? That's what it sounds like to me. I thought they were friends.
I thought they were friends too.
Okay.
That's from earlier. It will be back up, PJ. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess that's from earlier. What happened?
I have no clue. We have to bring Dumplin up. Matter of fact, let's drop the link.
Yeah. We need a play-by-play of this one.
Dumplin, come on up. Join us. We're not trying to hear no for an answer.
That was Smiley and Can, they said.
All right, this is the link so she can fill us in on what's going on.
Yeah,
all right, take that link, Dumplin, and explain what's going on with this. I hear Candace cussing. I thought her and Daisy were friends, but this
that was
Smiley.
That wasn't Daisy. That was Smiley she was yelling with.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't even know who that is. Is that a different cow?
No.
Okay. Is that a barn animal?
Another. Yeah, I guess. Another barn animal.
All right, when the squirrels and shit start coming out, that's when Dolly's retiring from YouTube. Okay. As soon as I'm arguing with a squirrel, I'm done. All right, I posted the
sounds
link.
angry.
All right, here we go, and we have the one and only Dumplin. What is it? Time true crime talk? See, I messed that all up. What is it?
True crime and chat time.
True crime and chat time. Why ain't there an and symbol in it?
I don't know. I don't think you can put symbols in the name. I can't remember. I don't know. I just chose that.
How am I supposed to do and something if there ain't no and something?
All right, I'll try a little and symbol.
See, then I would know it would be like true crime chat time.
Lord.
Okay. Anyway, what is going on with the crazy mullet?
Okay. I don't have many answers. Like, I was coming to your video. I was on my tablet, so I was switching back to my phone. And when I clicked on YouTube, y'all, I clicked on it at the perfect time, that video, because I had walked into a screaming match. It was on Daisy's panel, but it was between Smiley and Can. And I sent a 30-minute clip too, and literally I only had the chance to screen record second, not minute. I only had the chance to screen record 30 seconds before she deleted it, and it started like turning. Yeah.
Okay, so they just went to war. What did they start fighting over though? Do you know
She said something about finding her daughter. Smiley did. I think it was something about trying harder. And Can got angry.
Let's be honest. Don't you think they should try a little bit harder to find their daughter?
Oh, of course I do. I'm all for Smiley. I wish I could have been up there screaming with her.
I vote they try harder. I don't know about everybody else in the chat. Guys in the chat, if you want the parents in the Summer Wells case to try harder to find their daughter, press 1, replay crew, let me know. 2, you don't. Yes. But 2, you think they're doing enough. But 1, you think they could do more to find their daughter. Put that in the chat and in the comment box after this video. I want to know. I don't think they're doing as much as they could do.
If enough is nothing, then yeah.
If enough is
nothing.
Well, Don Wells did help me hang the sign, so we got to count that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'll do stuff in front of other people. Like, they'll get out there and walk around and show you the little spots, but they're not going to do anything when no one's around to show off for.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And they haven't done one thing. They left.
Have they put up a flyer at all?
Well, she told Daisy she did. And where were they? Arkansas? Is that where they were staying, in that hotel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Smiley called the police on Don Wells today. That's why the fight.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Did she,
I wonder what for.
She called the TBI on him.
I wonder what she called and said.
It ain't no telling, man, but the police are getting overwhelmed with this YouTube shit, I'm sure. News that ain't real that people are hearing on the internet. I just think they dropped the ball in the very beginning. If this would have happened somewhere else, I think they'd be in jail. At least Candace would be.
Oh, they would for sure be in jail right now.
I really
until they figured it
hold out hope that they have something that they're holding on to, maybe. Because if that kind of stuff was happening and the boys were being abused and they're in custody now, wouldn't they be able to say, hey, look, we've been getting abused? And like, I just don't understand.
It depends what you're calling abuse. I don't think they were sitting around beating the kids. I just don't think the kids were very well taken care of.
Did y'all hear?
Them kids got hit. And then I know that, to me, if my mom ever told me to lay my freaking stomach on the freaking ground and it was hot as anything and I was going to lay there until my stomach got a sunburn, I mean, I would think that was abuse.
That is abuse. That's 100% abuse.
I would say that's abuse too, but we don't know if that's true.
I'm certain that's true.
They know more because the boys have talked there. I'm confident that they know more that we don't know.
Well, eventually the boys are going to come out and speak out. These kids ain't going to they're going to hit 18. One of them's going to hit 18. You think they're going to let this go on for 10 years on the internet without saying nothing?
No. Did either of you hear? Oh my gosh, I can't remember where it was. I watched so much. The Dawn was saying, he was screaming. He was saying that they've turned the boys against him and Candace. They don't even want to call them. Y'all heard that too?
Because the boys are starting to live a normal life. They're
Yeah.
getting a routine of a normal life. They're probably getting up in the morning, going to bed, eating normal hours, eating real food.
Playing sports.
Yeah, living a real life for the first time, not trapped on a dirty ass hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boys told, I'm pretty certain that one of the boys told Candace he didn't want to come back a while ago.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's really, I mean,
if it's a case now, if the boys are living better and that's the reason they don't want to come back, that sucks. If it's from them being bad parents, I get it.
Yeah.
If they just don't want to be poor and they're like, yeah, we living with this family here. We got PlayStation 5.
But they wouldn't. They would choose love. Any little kid's gonna choose love over.
It takes a lot to go against your parents.
Yeah.
Any kid to go against their parents, even adults to go against your parents, even as an adult, is hard.
Right. Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
Sorry. Remember when we met them and they were trying to say that she was having stroke or some kind of facial paralysis, and that was right before that was when the stuff happened with the kids, and she had access to the children. She was able to talk to them on the phone. She was allegedly.
I heard she could get the kids back if she would have left Don.
I did too, and I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's rumors or what.
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all something. I have another screen recording on my tablet. Y'all, I was switching from my phone to my tablet. I'm ridiculous, but I really wanted to catch that crap, okay? Dawn came in. I guess he heard her screaming. He came in and said, get off that. Get off that. And she got off of it. Daisy said, are you there, Candace? And she didn't say anything. She dropped down. So.
Well, she's going to do what Don says.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Don, we do know Don be putting his hands on her. So, of course,
she admittedly puts her hands on him too. Remember that story that she told about how they shot each other's butts with that BB gun?
Yeah,
they
both
shot each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm saying they're enabling each other. Yes, of course. I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that doesn't say he's abusive or anything. I just mean it was funny that he came in and said, get off there. That could mean he was trying to stop her from getting in more trouble. I still don't know.
The same thing. He's on the internet pissing and taking number twos while he's talking to you.
I've been on the phone with Candace and he's literally come in the background and said, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Like literally the whole time, and told her to get off it.
Because he's scared she's going to say something wrong, I think. Y'all, I really think that he's scared she's going to open.
Yeah, but he's not been
that's
around
the part
for
that
6
drives
months.
me nuts, is that she would be the one to say something if she knew, or like, how is she getting so wasted and not telling it? I've never not told something I wasn't supposed to if I was drinking, ever.
Oh, it's confusing. It's so confusing.
Yeah, but she was a carny. Maybe the truth serum don't work on her. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. The only person on the planet that doesn't freaking tell the truth when they're wasted, I don't know.
I think if you get her that mad again, I think she'll yell something out. She was mad, y'all. Y'all heard how mad.
What do you think she's gonna be like? I killed my baby, bitch.
No. Just like a clue. Like you've heard all the little clips.
No, they think if Candace comes on their channel, right, that she's gonna magically confess. I've been known better than that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't care. That's why I don't care, because they're not going to magically confess. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be a little slip up, or a few little slip ups that you can put together, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's already actually happened, because we had that conversation already.
PJ, do you remember the clip where he says, oh my gosh, I've played it so many times and I can't remember. He says, she wasn't but 10 foot from the car when Summer got gone. He changed it 3 times in 3 seconds.
I remember that. He's done that kind of thing very often, that I feel like I'm really frustrated when trying to retell the story to myself, because it's like so scattered. We've done so many streams on Summer Wells. It's hard to go back to where I heard everything, but everything that he said from day one, I really feel like we all need to go right back to it and just listen to his words, because he slipped up so many times.
The most dangerous thing for me about Dom Wells and I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't all the old stuff that came out, but the most recent stuff of him being in that woman's house, still in the underwear, that to me, it puts Don Wells in a whole nother category for me. Okay, it puts you in the weirdo. You might be a serial killer category for me. Okay, when you get into that whole panty sniffers and thing, you are a fucking weirdo. You know, and like I never knew that. I didn't get that vibe from Don Wells. You know, especially when he told the police he was going to go home and what he was going to do with that. You know, to physically go in somebody's house and take their stuff and then go home and do that type. Dude, you're a sick dude. He's just a sick man. And I pray to God that, you know, for the people that are around him, keep an eye on that dude. I hope he stays safe. You know what I'm saying? Because now we just talked about a dude in 10 states that will, you know, be doing the big R word to women. Look at Don Wells. He's one of these dudes that float around too, from Utah to Tennessee to Arkansas. And that is stuff that I hate to say it. Weirdos and serial killers do.
I don't. Who was it? What's his name? Fred Hill's girlfriend. Fred Hill's girlfriend. She said that Candace and Cotton were having an affair, and y'all, I can see that in a heartbeat.
I had that in my notes. Yes, she did say that, but I don't know how much I trust.
Grandis or Candace?
Candace
was having an affair with Cotton.
She got upset. She got real upset about it and responded. And typically, she doesn't really. I don't know. From what I saw,
that was the old man that owned the little lot down the street, right?
It was the man that fell off the cliff and died. The one that was supposedly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She claims she doesn't know who that is or doesn't know him, and how dare somebody accuse her of that? She don't even know who the man is, and that was just, I don't know.
It's just weird. All of their lies are weird, and I always try to remember that there's going to be a truth in some of these lies. There's going to be a little bit of truth.
Remember, we heard they sold the hill, but now they're back on the hill.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always a continuous lie.
I don't think they can sell the hill. I think the hill belongs in a trust to the kids eventually.
I don't. That's what I heard.
Anything with Don Wells and Kane, you know, it could be that right now, but that don't mean it's going to end up that way.
Yeah.
She had a big black eye again today. Someone said in your chat.
Why was she wearing the pot? Does anybody know?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see her with the pot on her head?
No.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Did it get deleted or did it go to the membership?
I seen her with aluminum foil on her head with Benny Keys. Remember when she had the aluminum foil?
This was a cooking pot that you freaking make spaghetti in on her head.
Why?
I don't know. I just saw a screenshot of it.
Maybe she's getting hit with brain waves like that Alice Warno's lady. Remember the serial killer lady?
You can't make this shit up. I don't know.
She said the government was like sending her brain waves.
I think they're losing their mind.
No.
Maybe the metal pot blocks the brain waves.
Okay, yes, she has a new black eye. Pot was her and Sherry had put on.
Well, what I heard was I heard she was drinking and she got in a fight with a mullet and the mullet kicked her ass.
Yeah, that sounds legit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now look, if that woman's walking around with a black eye, let's be honest, how do you think she got that black eye? Most likely.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, look, unless she was drunk and walked in the door, I ain't gonna say it can't happen. She fell or something and hit her eyeball on something. Most of the time you see a man and a woman and that woman's walking around with a black eye, it's because the dude's a piece of shit and doesn't hit her. You know?
She didn't hit herself in the eye.
Yeah.
No. Guys, if she
she could have, it's possible.
Yeah. If she has a worse black eye today, I don't know. I think they're getting really bad. I think they're at a wit's end with each other and they're gonna snap. Something big is gonna happen between them two soon because they're really.
He keeps going up on panels where she feels like he shouldn't be at, and all these different YouTubers, and she's not supposed to. And that's just my observation. So I mean, I can't see it going well for them. And the more that this becomes, you know, unsolved still, and people are still digging into it, and he's going up to tell it, and every time he says something that, you know, he just. It's not a good situation. It's not a good. I don't know.
It's not.
You know,
It's not
or
going to end good.
maybe they were playing one-on-one basketball and she got headbutted. That happened to me before. I broke my nose, right? Playing
Oh,
basketball.
Lord.
I turned and me and this dude headbutted. And when we did, it
I'm
broke
sure
my
that's
nose.
it.
Both my eyes turned black. I had 2 black eyes. They were swollen shut. You know, my nose is still crooked from that shit.
Where the heck did I put my drink?
But
I
most
don't
likely, you know, them fighting with each other is going to be their downfall too. Because
Oh, she
eventually,
said she fell, and that's how she got the black eye.
yeah, that's how most abused women say shit too.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. And I'll share another story, which I was at work, and me and my coworker were sitting at Chick-fil-A, and across the street from us was this dude and a woman, and you could see they were arguing. So we were sitting there eating our chicken sandwiches, just watching this man and woman argue. This dude walks up to this woman, punches her right in the face, knocks her slam ass unconscious on the concrete, right? Grabs her up like a bag of leaves, drags her to her van, throws her in the van, gets in the van, and pulls off. As soon as he goes to pull off, I call the police. Give him the license plate.
Oh my gosh.
111, right? And so anyway, the police pull him. The lady, right? They pull him when they're leaving this hotel, which we're right across from. We can see him. The lady tells the police that she was never hit, that we're lying, that we're absolutely lying. I mean, we're sitting there eating a chicken sandwich, watch her ass get knocked, slam unconscious, but she physically told the police that
Wow.
we were
Women
lying.
will do that for the guys they love.
Yeah, the police told us,
Yeah.
well, look, she can clearly see she's been hit. She has marks on her, but she's saying that he never touched her and that you're lying. We know it's messed up, but there ain't really nothing we can do about it because we didn't witness it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she had the pot on her head from a storm, first storm. You know how they do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like a tornado's gonna come in that
I
pot.
was hoping she was protecting her brain from the aliens.
Oh Lord, that would have been
Stop
a better. That would have been a better excuse. The aliens are coming. Let me put a pot on my head. Well, she already had the aluminum foil on her head with BK. That made YouTube history. Like when they go back in time, they show clips of YouTube history. They should show BK and fucking Candace Bly sitting there with aluminum foil on her head.
That was a memorable moment for sure.
I know. I swear, I'll never forget it.
Y'all, I've never seen that.
You've never seen? You never seen
No,
it?
you've never seen that.
Oh, and they're all googly eyed at each other. It is. Never watch on YouTube. I swear not. It will give you nightmares.
The
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put fake googly eyes on them.
That's what you should. You don't got to put fake googly eyes on them.
They already
They're
have
there
them?
by themselves. Yes.
Yes. They all just all in in love with some damn aluminum foil on their head. It is crazy. It is,
Ew. Okay. I'm gonna hop down and let y'all continue.
okay. All right. We
bye,
are
y'all.
right, Dumplin. This is the link, guys. If anybody else wants to come up and top it up about the Summer Wells stuff or this guy that was, torn around, I ain't even going to attempt his name, and doing horrible things. This is the link to get in right here. We got just a few more minutes with us, so we got time for maybe one more person to come up. That is the StreamYard link.
I had some notes down from that video of all the updates from the Wells, but I think we kind of touched over all of them. I'm just kind of looking through to make sure.
Okay, that we didn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
So it was just rumors, the Don
Yeah.
and Grandis thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And
they went to Wisconsin.
The dude that, of course, was riding around hurting people. He's already in custody, so we ain't got to worry about him no more. And go ahead and read over your notes. We got Mab in the back.
Okay.
What's up, Mab?
Hey, what's up?
Mab.
Good to see you, bro.
Hey, PJ. Hey, Dolly. Got Mrs. Mab over here.
Hey, Mrs. Mab.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
It's going. Another day in paradise. So what's up with you, Mabs? What do you think about all this?
The dude that's supposed to be a real estate agent. What's his name? He sounds like, is he a foreign guy? Is he from here?
I don't know that he's not from. So he had lived in those 10 different states over a few year period of time. He sounds like he's a foreign person, but they didn't clarify that in the press conference at all. So I don't know. But his name
he was like an immigrant from another country.
Yeah, I mean, you can be American born and still have a name. If that's where you're families
A
from.
real estate agent, and he don't look like a real estate agent.
Yeah,
They said he worked in
just
real
'cause he
estate. I
moved-
don't think he was an official real estate agent. From what I gathered, is he rented out rooms from properties he owned.
Yeah, just because you
Like-
moved to America don't mean you're gonna name your kid Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people name their kids with the heritage or from where they're from, those types of names, you know, even if they're born in America. So he
But
could
he
be
was
a
building
same-
concrete. He was building concrete bunker or cages. Was he filling that block with
There was a
concrete?
room.
Was that block filled with concrete?
I'm gonna build me one of them cells to
know.
hold PJ in when she gets hangry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, look, I ain't gonna
Shut
let you out until after you get at least 6 chicken nuggets in you.
Don't make me come in there.
You dangerous.
Put like a 1-inch plexiglass window in there so you can tell when she's calmed down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Be like, back up! I got the mustard gas. Okay, don't make me send in the CERT team. You ain't gonna eat this week.
Your
Lolo's
haters are
coming after
taking
you.
note of this right now. If I get a scratch tomorrow, it's gonna be your fault.
I'll be like, make the Dolly lotion, or you get the hose again.
Yeah.
So
who was the guy who was 3 boats away from going home last night?
it was well, usually I don't tell who the runner-up was.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't you.
it wasn't you. It was
Really?
Team
It
Rose.
wasn't you.
I
You
thought
were
I was
gonna
going.
tell.
I thought I was
Now
going
you got
home,
her.
man.
You're gonna make her all paranoid for next.
No, I told her.
episode.
I talked to Team Rose last night. Me and Team Rose was
Okay.
talking last night.
I
So
had my shit packed and I had my kayak out and everything.
you had the kayak out. Well, nah, you were all right. You were good. It was down to the real Piscine Predator and Team Rose.
Gotcha.
So he had 3 more votes than Team Rose, so he had to go home. All right. Time
Gotta
to
get
get
some
invited
videos
now.
out there.
Better do something, man. They're coming for you. I think they're coming.
Those Dumplins crew, man.
Dumplins crew. I think I
Got a
just
gang,
froze.
gang.
I think I just
You knew we were
froze.
going to beat her.
She got some tough competition. She still got to
Yeah,
get
she
past the
does.
lab. She still has to get past Plunder. There's some tough.
Yeah.
There's still some tough. She got to beat
Penny.
Team Rose. Penny. Everybody
Team
loves,
Rose.
right?
Yeah.
I think Dumplin's worried right now. I think because she has her haters eyeing it.
Yeah. Last night was the worst I heard for Dumplin. It was the most negative votes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were out for Dumplin last night, but she survived.
were.
She survived it.
It's
So-
just a game, everybody. Just a PSA.
I know,
for the
but people
night.
get emotionally invested in it, you know.
Yeah, I get emotionally
I
invested.
mean,
There
some
can
of the
only
people
be
that
one
call
winner.
in that are mad and that are angry, they kind of just like, wow, sometimes. But I mean, it's just.
There
a
was
game
one
overall.
chick that was coming after me hard last night in the
But
chat.
here's the thing.
I saw that.
Here's my thing about this. Everybody, when you
Block her,
become,
PJ.
hold on, let me talk. So, when you get on the internet and you put yourself out there, there's going to be people that love you, and when the show is about that, you get to hear all these people that love you. Save Mab, he's awesome, he's my best. But
Yeah.
you also get to hear the negative too. He sucks. His face is fucking. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with it.
Brag, he's got all the
That's what
time.
makes the game. You know what I'm saying? So nobody ever get really upset about the game. Everybody is going to have haters in this world. Okay. It's how you handle your haters. If you can sit there and listen to the hate and it not phase you, then you're going to have to, if you want to be a YouTuber, you got to be able to deal with that. So
It's almost a good practice to become a good YouTuber. You got to kind of get through that to get up there.
Yeah,
The more you gain as for popularity, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah. And as soon as people get a little jelly belly of you, they try to destroy you. Okay.
Yeah.
They come
Tony
at
the Tiger came after me last night.
it's your homeboy too. Your homeboys are gonna get you up out of here. That's the bad thing. The people that like you.
Triple D.
Triple D saved you. Triple D likes you, man.
I like him too.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
Yeah, Triple D. Triple D's one of them people that grow on you. It took a long time for Triple D to grow on me.
I like Ricky Beavers too. Me and him
Ricky Beavers.
talk.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Tiff says y'all don't try to vote off Mab. My kid likes you at least.
That's cool.
So
She
anyway,
didn't call you Grandpa Mad tonight.
Grandpa Mab.
Yeah.
So anyway, look, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, Mab. We appreciate you
buddy.
coming up here with us. Dumplin
Yeah, thanks for
also.
coming up. Bye, Mrs. Mab.
Bye, guys.
Guys, have a good night.
All right, peace.
See ya.
So anyway, something shut off on my camera there, PJ. So anyway, we got to say goodbye to the beautiful people of YouTube. Okay,
Oh, come say bye.
come say bye, hello. And anyway, guys.
sleeping.
Oh, didn't we just come out with something new, PJ?
Yes. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. Woo!
Okay, wax melts. The Dolly wax melts.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
You know, I slaved over a hot
I
witch's
love the smell so much.
hours last night with Team Rose and Molly. Okay. I was talking to Molly while I was making those. Molly Go Lightly stopped by last night. So I was chopping it up with Molly while I was making those wax melts.
This is my new favorite smell ever. This is just like, this is the coconut haze, right?
Yes, that is the coconut haze. Hold
I
on.
knew it. I love it.
All right,
I love
we
it
got,
so much.
but it's not on the website yet. We don't have it on the
I'll
merch
put it
store.
up.
But we got Short Legs. Let's take Short Legs real quick because he's one of my favorite people. Hey, Shorty Legs.
Hi.
What you up to?
I wanted to say, we made a mistake with the first Turtle Island. So this time, we want to pick somebody who wants to win.
Yeah.
Wants to win.
That's the key.
I think everybody wants to win, though.
Who wants to win it?
Somebody
wants
wants
to
who
win it
wants it the
the
most. That's right.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
All right, Short Legs.
Thanks
Good
for
to
coming
see
up.
you.
Good to see you.
Did
Okay,
you enjoy?
bye-bye.
Wait, Short Legs. You got
Yeah.
you got one of the voodoo candles, didn't you?
Yes,
How does it smell?
I love it.
You love it. I knew
Yes, it takes cooking smells out of the air, and I really enjoy it.
Oh,
Smells
awesome.
nice.
it. The best candle in the game.
Awesome.
Thank you, Short
Awesome.
Legs.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
You be good.
Bye-bye.
Peace. All right, there you go. The Dolly voodoo candles are taking over. They're casting spells on people on
Short
YouTube.
Legs got the first candle.
She got the first candle.
She got the first candle.
So now we got the candles and the wax melts, right?
Yep.
Soap right now is still 50% off. Promo code Dolly Vision. So a good way to support the channel. Buy a bar of soap. You get something, we get something. We get to keep the lights on, and PJ gets to feed me. Okay.
Ooh.
So anyway, you guys be good. If you haven't, like the video.
I'm gonna put this up on the website.
Okay. Leave some comments, and me and PJ. When is the next show, PJ? We're gonna be here tomorrow.
Probably. I hope there's more to talk about. I feel like it was just so quiet today.
Well, this is true crime. We're in the killing business, and business is
Lord.
good. Okay.
All right.
There ain't no lack of people dying, that's for sure. All right, guys, y'all be good. Me and PJ will probably see you tomorrow around the same time, same bat channel, all that good stuff. Stay blessed. Later, guys. Any last words, PJ?
No, I said bye.
Peace.